Hi.
Sorry, let me get back to you. Just give me a minute.
I just wanted to tell you that I like you.
You what?
Well, I like you.
I didn't get that.
I said I like you.
As you can see, I'm on the phone.
Hello and welcome to the program Hot Button. It is always a delight to have you join us. Often, we find ourselves thinking about someone very special. Someone we believe suits us. A part of us wants to be with this person. A part of us wants to share in their laughter, their dreams, their aspirations, and their entire world. But most times, we are either short of words or we lack the right approaches to reaching such people. My name is Johnny, and with me on the program are
Egwake Josephine
and
Okechija lifted me up.
welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Today, we want to look at a topic, asking for a relationship. Asking for a relationship. Now, very quickly, what does asking one for a relationship really mean?
Asking one for a relationship, I would say, is when you ask someone to be more than friends. Okay, let's have friendship, open to going to courtship, leading to somewhere. So asking for a relationship goes deeper than just friends. We being more than friends. So that is what I'll see as asking for a relationship.
Okay. Ja?
Okay, you see, asking out or asking someone for a relationship is, a simple demand or a humble request whereby someone of the opposite sex will ask the other, for them to take the friendship to a higher level. Someone you have known for some period of time. Is a time where you ask someone for you to know the other person beyond superficial level. So that is what it means to ask someone out or ask someone for a relationship.
Okay. Now, if this happens, there must be something that triggers this. There must be something that pushes one to say, let me ask this person out. So what really instigates asking someone for a relationship?
To me, I'll say first thing, it has to be likeness. There should be an attraction, form of an attraction to this
Okay.
person. And when we're talking about attraction, we have to talk about first the mental attraction, okay, emotional attraction, spiritual attraction. Then we'll not talk about the physical attraction. So basically, these things must be in place before you want to ask for a relationship, because you can't just wake up from somewhere and just ask for a relationship. So I feel there must be something, and this has to come with a need to want to know this individual more. So that will instigate a relationship.
A relationship. Okay, Ja?
I would say that there are two polar views as regards to instigations to asking out. You see, the negative aspect of it, someone can be lusting after someone and you want to ask that person out. You just see the physique that she or he is well built, the handsomeness, the beauty. You just want to ask that person out just to behold the beauty. That is a lusting after someone. And another one is as a result of betting. This actually exists mainly among men or among guys. You see some people placing their bets. I put in this sum for money to go and get this girl, you see, just to prove manliness, you get. And another one, which is mostly, the positive side that instigate asking out is, when you have seen the emotional attachment and the emotional involvement, you've seen that this friendship is not what it has been, and it has gone to another level. So there is a need for you guys to know yourself beyond what you have already known. That is the emotional involvement and attachment. So those are some of the common factors that instigate asking out.
Okay, so well said. Having looked at this, how should we respond to being asked out for, a relationship? If you have seen all that instigates it, what it means, what should be the response when you're being asked for a relationship?
When you're asked for a relationship, we're now talking about stuff that probably you might have seen, okay? And the response will be in two forms, either a positive response or a negative response, which will really not be negative response, okay? When I mean positive response, I'm saying, okay, I am hoping that when I ask this individual for a relationship, the individual is going to say yes, okay? And then the negative has to be like, this individual is going to say no. However, both of them can turn at that point to either be positive or negative. So when we ask people for a relationship, we should expect both answers, either a negative answer or a positive answer. Most time, this negative answer could turn out to be a positive response, because you must have seen that, no, we are good as friends. We will not be good if we decide to take this thing further. For instance, people who have same temperament, they are good as friends, but when they decide to take this relationship further, you find out that they will not be able to function well. So what will you do? To some people, they will see that as a negative response, but that is a positive response, because you're trying as much as possible to keep that friendship, but not moving ahead. So you should be able, as an individual, I should be able to expect both answers, either a negative answer or a positive answer.
Okay, so we're looking at equal probability.
Equal probability, it's a 50-50
okay,
thing.
50-50 chance.
Yeah.
And if you get one of the sides,
you should actually think
you should
about
really
it.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
you should appreciate it and,
Okay.
and think through it, because at times when we get a no, some no might be a try again, try
Put in more
put in
effort.
more effort.
Okay.
Okay, no, I feel we need more time. So when we get a no, let's actually know why we're getting that no, and not just feel rejected when
Not
we get
a
a no.
state of
And when we
rejection.
get a yes, some yes might be a temporal yes. I'm just giving you this yes for a space of 6 months or 1 year, when I already know what I want. So I feel whatever response we get, it's still a work in progress. We still have to think through it and know, is this answer even genuine? So both
Okay.
responses should be expected.
all right, so does that work with you?
Yeah, you see, this is two different individuals, and it is highly possible that you are not thinking alike. You get? I might, see that I have emotional attachment to this person, and with what I'm seeing, I might also think that this person has emotional attachments to our friendship, but it may be somehow no. We shouldn't feel disappointed when someone says no to our request, you get? Because there is this high, possibility that it may crash when it begins. There is this high possibility that it may crash when it begins. If we see a no as an answer, we shouldn't feel incapacitated, of asking someone out, you get? You see, when also we are being asked out, you see, let us not give a facial appearance that connotes disgust. You see, sometimes when people are being asked out, their facial appearance will be like, this guy is disgusting or something like that. So let us not put in that disgusting facial appearance, because it limits the other person. You understand? I'm talking about both male and female here.
Okay.
So let us not feel as if we are being
Okay, I think I get the point.
Okay.
There is a moment where someone walks up to you and you're like,
yes.
this is not even qualified to ask me out. Why are you coming to ask me out? I guess that's what you're talking about.
Exactly.
So you can actually put an approachable face, even if you're going to say no. You don't have to feel completely disgusted at the fact that someone walked up to you.
Sometimes we can feel surprised. We can feel surprised.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, instead of what? I guess that's the thing.
Definitely.
But this thing has to do with individuality. There are people that have their various ways of responding to things. And if the person is prompted with that kind of facial expression, there's nothing you can do. But I believe from what she said, having equal probability, knowing that the person can either say yes or say a no. You don't have to go there thinking definitely the person will say yes. You must place it on equal probability. And either in any of it that comes has to be what? Correspondingly accepted. Because even if the person says they no with an irritated expression, it doesn't mean that you are irritating.
Yeah.
It could be the mood the person just left, or a particular kind of
opinion about the individual.
reaction to something that may have happened. So I
okay.
believe if you're going to ask someone out, you have to be open-minded to either take a yes or you take a no. Having said that, who is responsible to asking for a relationship?
To me, I feel the man.
The man.
The man.
Why would you feel it's the man?
Because it's the man.
Really?
That should, yes.
Does that work with you?
ask.
You see, it shouldn't be limited to only men.
Okay.
You know, I was thinking about asking out, and I came to the realization of the fact that it is, culturally minded. There are some cultures that it counts nothing if a woman should ask a man out.
Okay.
For example, some parts of India, you get. But in Nigeria here, you see, it connotes somehow, will I say that the man is too fragile or something like that? But however, it shouldn't be seen as that, because women too also have emotions,
Okay.
which must be expressed.
Okay.
They shouldn't also die in silence. You
Okay.
get? I wouldn't say that asking out should be mainly the duty of the men. You get? It shouldn't be the duty of the men only. Women should also ask out when they feel that they are emotionally attached to someone. Do you know why some people actually think that women shouldn't ask someone out?
Well, tell me.
Because women, they don't like no for an answer.
Is that true? I'm going to take that question
Yes,
to her.
they don't like no for an answer, because they will think that it will be as if that I am after men. It will be as if that I am trying to, become a prostitute or something like that.
Just hold that. I need to hear from her. Is that true?
When you're talking about rejection,
Yes.
both sex, both gender, none is not scared of rejection. Everyone is being scared of rejection is a personal thing. It deals with an individual. Okay.
But in this case, it's saying it works, far worse for women than men.
I don't think that
Definitely.
is the truth.
Okay.
However, when you find out cases where ladies don't ask men out for a relationship, it's simply the fact that if you ask the man out, the man will think you're loose or you're cheap or something. And this has to do with the culture and everything, how we've been told growing up
Okay.
and all of that, because you shouldn't ask
Like
a
a
man out.
man makes the
The advancement. However,
advances for
the lady, there are things you can do.
I don't understand. Why would ladies be afraid of rejection?
To me, I won't see it as the lady who is afraid of rejection. Afraid of rejection is a personal thing.
Okay.
There are ladies who are bold, who know how to handle situations very well. Okay, and there are guys also who are also bold and know how to handle situations. So the thing of rejection is individual. I might be someone who do not know how to handle rejection. You telling me to go walk to a man and ask him for a relationship. Number one, I am not even sure if that guy is with someone. Number two, I don't know how the guy will even respond. Because to me, I feel they are built that way
But
to
that's
be the
how
one asking out.
that's how sometimes when a guy walks up to a girl, he's not sure if she has somebody. But he has to ask
But the
her.
way we are going to take it will be different from when a lady comes to ask a man out.
Okay.
Because number one, when a lady walks up to a man, you as an individual, don't think of anything. The first thing that's going to come to your mind is the fact that this lady is cheap. Like, you have the gods.
See, wait. Let me come in there. You see, I like the fact you established your point that it is individualized. You get? So there are some guys that will, do you know what it means for a lady to walk up to a guy and express her feelings?
It's an honor for me.
There are some guys, this individualized something. Now, there are some guys that will see that this girl is bold. This girl is, in fact, some people will tag it, this girl is a material. This girl is bold for walking up to me, and she has expressed her feeling, her emotions to me.
But then that guy,
I think it takes a lot of maturity.
Yes, it takes a lot of maturity.
The guy she's also walking up to must be matured. Okay, because it will take a normal guy for a lady to walk up to a guy and ask a relationship, and the guy will tag the lady as being bold.
Okay, hold on. I think the resolve we have for this is this. before you ask someone out,
Be
you
sure
must
what
test
it
the
is.
level of the person's maturity.
Exactly.
Both ways. The ladies must, if you like a guy, you must find out how mature this guy is. If you like a girl, you must find out how mature this girl is.
Mr. Johnny,
before you actually set out to say
ask.
hello and ask out. But the problem with us most times is
We don't
don't
check.
take our time. You just see because she's beautiful, because he's handsome, and then, oh, I have to go ask him out. We need to check the level of maturity. If you know the level of maturity, you will not even be afraid of the kind of rejection that
You're going
will
to
come.
get.
Definitely.
Okay.
The issue is this, you know,
Okay.
like we initially established that it is a point that we take, you know, the level of friendship to another level. You get, you guys have been friends. You guys have studied yourself. You get, at that point, you've known if that guy or that girl has another person that he or she is moving out with.
Okay.
So that time, the level of rejection, the fear of emotion, the level will be down. It will be
Okay.
minimized because you've known that this person does not have any person or this girl does not have any person. You understand? So it is a kind of, you know, you've studied this guy, you've taken your time to study this guy very well, like you have outrightly mentioned. You've studied this guy very well. So as making that move is not only limited to guys or only limited to girls. You understand?
But at times, to me, the asking for a relationship I am even talking about in these places, the fact that I see this guy walking on the road and I want to ask you, can we be friends? That is the first thing. To me, at that point, we have not seen each other before. We don't know. But I just see you and I want us to be friends.
Be friends.
Friends.
And I don't think anyone should
And I
reject
don't think
friendship.
anyone should
That-
reject friendship.
that
But
is
however,
normal.
But
That is
however,
normal.
people
Okay.
do reject friendship,
Friendship,
and
on the
that's
spot.
on that spot. Because if you feel mere just scanning the individual with your eyes, no. I don't
Yeah,
want
because
friends.
that's the reason you can't just look at someone for the first time and then just jump at the
You
person and say,
can't.
No,
I
no,
want to be your
it's-
friend.
People
Why
do.
not give it a second chance so you can make reference to, hey, I met you so day. Can you remember we saw the other time? I'm seeing you today again.
But whichever way,
And
there's
then-
always a first time. And that is what I'm saying. If I had seen you before and I'm seeing you
I
presently,
think we should
and I'm
give it
asking,
a second
there
meeting.
should be this whatsoever meeting. The first time I talk to you to be friends, it's me asking you out.
Okay?
Okay, so at that point, even if I've met you several times, but then we did not talk, but this is the first time we're actually talking, and I'm asking you to be my friend, be ready to get any response.
Definitely.
Be ready to get either a yes or a no. Oh, sorry, I don't make friends. There are people who don't like making friends. It's not bad. Or they feel they already have too many friends on their friends list.
Okay.
So they are done making friends. Some people, it's a yearly thing. This year, I'm just making 3 friends. And if their budget for that year is over, they won't.
I think I
They
get
will
it right.
make more
But you see,
friends.
if we have to get this right, I would say, before you can actually ask someone, I think it's more appropriate to let the person register your face, register your, a peculiar character that you're leaving behind. That's the reason I say, in whatever sphere you find yourself, make the necessary impact. Make a positive and lasting impression so that the next time you see that person you like, before you walk up to the person remembers what you left behind the other time. And there and then, you could capitalize on that and then, hello, my name is so person. At that moment, the person will feel honored because in your previous meeting, you left such a good impression. With that, even if rejection is going to come in, it will be very, very diplomatic in such a way that you would even appreciate the honesty of the rejection.
Exactly.
But the problem with us young people is sometimes we just want to go far. Hey, so my name is this, my name is that. Can I have your number?
And these days,
On the
things
spot.
don't work like that anymore. Because you just see, there are people who are like, so, okay, like, I am this, I am that, okay, move on. To me, I just feel like that you said, they are non-verbal way of communication.
Great.
You can do a lot of that. And you leave there are times you just keep doing, and the lady is just like, can this guy just ask already? Or whichever way, and the lady is being nice, the guy is just being nice. You have shy guys who cannot ask a lady out.
Definitely,
And
there
then
are.
the lady will have to just do the asking. And the guy has been working, and then she's just asked, can this girl just see that I am trying to ask her for something? So it's just the fact that we have to be mentally matured. We have to be emotionally matured also to take sides with whichever way it comes our way.
But why do people feel it is inappropriate for a lady to ask a man out?
Because we're
Like-
taught, we African culture,
Okay.
for instance, told us not to. Because if you look at how we
Has
all,
there been a mother or a father who would tell the daughter, do not ask a man out? Or we're just following a general convention based on what we
the
see?
issue is that, like she has said,
Yeah.
it is based on culture. For example,
Okay.
you know, people that grew up in the Western world, you can just tell your parents, Mom, you're crazy. But here in Africa, if you tell your mom you're crazy, at that point, you know what will happen to you?
I want to believe that's just an instance.
Is an instance,
Okay.
actually. It's an instance. Now, when it comes to asking out, you see, you know, people would take ladies that ask guys out as by being flexible, being fragile, like being so
Loose or
so
something.
loose.
Okay.
You get? So that is the idea. That is the idea. But it shouldn't be that way because they have their right of expression too. They have to
Exactly.
express
Exactly.
their feelings too. They shouldn't be taken like, oh, this girl that asked me out, maybe I'm not the first person that she's asking out. She has asked thousands of guys out because I don't know, but it shouldn't be taken that way. It shouldn't be taken that way. Now it's culturally, you know, inclined that women should not ask a guy out, you know, African culture, but it shouldn't be taken that way. Women should also express their feelings
A,
too.
a very good one. Women should
and then
express
I
their
just,
feelings.
I just feel if you would not want to say it, you can make the guy comfortable to say it. You can just make the guy feel
just
comfortable.
level the ground.
Yeah, just because there are ladies who are there and the guy is just here, and the guy just feel, you know what, no. And the lady is waiting for the guy to say this.
A bit of inferiority complex,
Complex is there. So I just feel because after everything works out, nobody will come to the public and say, she asked me out. Like if
Exactly.
they are married
Exactly.
or they are into some commitment, the guy won't come out and be like, the lady asked me, or the lady will come out, I asked him. In as much as they are both good with whatever they are doing. So I just feel before you ask, whoever is asking out,
Yeah.
just make sure the person you're asking out is matured.
Great, great, great.
And if a lady, if there is any reason for a lady to ask a guy out, just make sure the guy you're asking out is
Is
mature.
equally mature.
Yeah.
Great, great, great. Now, how are men expected to respond when asked for a relationship by a woman? For a woman who comes directly, how would you prefer men to respond?
You know, over time, because of the rejection that comes a lot with women asking male out, the guys out, that's why you feel, okay, we just feel, no, we shouldn't ask them out. So I feel if they undo this, we asking them out maturely, you know, because for a lady, me personally, I won't do that. But if I find a lady who goes to ask a man out, to me, you're bold.
So much respect.
To me, you like,
So much
I
respect.
place you because I feel, you know what, you deserve some accolades. Because for you to have walked to a guy and do that, I feel you are made for that. So I just feel the guys should give us, they should encourage more. Even if you will say no, even if you won't want that relationship, try and encourage the lady. You know what? I feel we should just take this thing slowly. You don't just throw it. Why are you asking? Why are you? And all of that. So I just feel they should undo it the same way they want to be. And that is the
Good,
basis. They should
good.
just take it the same. If you were the one to ask this lady out and she treats you this way, how will you feel? So I just feel the guy should respond the way he would have expected the lady to have responded.
A little bit of diplomacy so you don't, you know, raise a kind of embarrassment for the lady in concern. Because when someone feels something, it is not wrong for the person to express it.
And then because
So
you know-
ladies have the right to express if they like so. Because a lot of guys have walked past girls that should have been theirs, and then because they just don't want to ask, the guy is gone. So I just believe ladies should be comfortable. The society also should begin to look at the way we tend to stereotype certain things, that this is for a man and this is for a woman, so that we can have a mutually responsible society where a woman can express herself freely as much as the man. Now, having looked at that, time is not on our side. What is the right approach when asking for a relationship?
Wow. You
Very
see,
quickly.
The right approach, when asking for a relationship, like when we have established earlier, we shouldn't just jump into and be asking a woman, can you be my girlfriend? Can you be my boyfriend? Do I need your number? No. There are preliminaries. There are things that should happen. There are instances that should be referred to before asking a lady for a relationship. You see, it depends on individual's perspective. We have different temperaments, we have different ways of handling issues. Let us just manage the one we see, you get? So let us also handle it maturely. For example, the one we were saying before you asked this question, there is this thing that is existing among guys. You see, if a lady should ask me out, I will just use that thing and spread to all my
Tell other
friends.
people. That's immaturity.
This girl asked me out. And that girl, whenever she will be looked at, she'll be looked at with this kind of mentality that she's too fragile,
That's
she's too
immaturity.
loose. So let guys stop that. When a lady asks you out, just take it that
A little bit of growing up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this woman is bold. And you see, so when we ask out, let us ask out with all sense of maturity. You get? Don't rush in. Just take your time. Learn this person's attitude, learn how responsible she is, and learn how she also responds to things, before embarking in asking out.
Okay, all right. The right way.
Really
Yeah.
no right approach, but whatever I would say is, number one, you have to know God first. Okay, know God, know yourself, understand the concept of love and respect. Okay,
Understand the concept of love and respect.
will make you ask out, and respect will make you accept whatsoever thing you get at the end of the day. And also know what commitment is all about. Understand your role, either as the man or the woman. Understand your role in that relationship. So there is no approach, but basically just know yourself, God, and the next person.
All right, you've heard it all. There is no drawn approach. It all has to begin with you, your God, and the next person. Whatsoever thing you're doing, whoever you wish or you like to ask out, please do that with a lot of maturity, a lot of diplomacy, and above all, with the fear of God. This is where we draw the curtain for today on Hot Button. We do hope you stay with us next time we come your way. Until then, stay blessed.